Went to Nashville with my mom, and she would like park outside record labels, and I would run in and be like, "Hey, I'm Taylor, I'm 11. I want a record deal, call me," you know. And that didn't work, obviously, but it did teach me that I needed to be different, you know, and that they saw that kind of thing every day. And so I went home and I started playing guitar for like 4 hours a day.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Celebrity Expert, your #1 source for all things TV shows and celebrities. And in today's video, we're going to look at Taylor Swift and her very old interviews.
It's fun. I went to my first pre-Grammy party last night.
Oh yeah?
It was really fun. I never really thought that I'd, you know, being a country singer, get to play a show with like 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗲 and 𝗃𝗏𝗏. What? You know? It was pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Were they nice to you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗲 was awesome.
Before we begin with this video, here's a quick and an easy question for you all. Can you all name Taylor Swift's very first celebrity crush? If you know the right answer, let us know in the comment section down below, or stick till the end of the video and you will find the answer somewhere in between the video.
Making this album was hard work because I never put it down, and I never just put it aside and said, okay, I have enough songs for this album. I wrote everything by myself. Well, the album is called Speak Now, and it's called that, and it also has that theme running through the album because it's all based on this one song on the record that is about that moment.
Taylor Allison Swift is a singer-songwriter born on December 13th, 1989. Her father, Scott Swift, is a stockbroker. Her mother, Andrea Swift, is a homemaker who previously worked as a fund marketing executive, and her brother, Austin, is an actor. Swift spent her early years on a Christmas tree farm with her parents.
I have ways of channeling the heartbreak that I've gone through at the right moments. A lot of times you don't allow yourself to feel things to their full extent because you have to go on with things. But there are moments when I'm writing songs, that's when I let myself feel it the most. So it's all about really knowing when you've got to feel those things.
At age 9, Swift started taking vocal and acting classes in New York City and later decided to shift her focus toward country music inspired by Shania Twain and Faith Hill.
When I was putting together the Speak Now album, the fans just kept saying over and over again, Sparks Fly, we want this to be on the record. And so I went back and I revisited it, and I kind of rewrote some things and updated it. And when we put it out as a single, it's been one of the fastest rising songs we've had on the record. So it's kind of taught me a lesson about the old stuff, maybe possibly being good enough to put on new projects.
When the rising star was around 12 years old, a computer repair man named 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏 taught her to play guitar and helped her with her first efforts as a songwriter, leading Taylor to write Lucky You, her first song ever.
You're in the room with him and you can feel it. There's a power there and you're just like, oh my God. So I don't think I'll ever get to a point where I won't see him and be like, oh my God, that's 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃. You know?
But you were just a temporary heart from God.
Thanks. I think it's too thin. I need more hair.
In 2003, with the help of a family friend manager, she modeled and had an original song included on the show's compilation CD. With it came the opportunity to attend meetings with major record labels.
My name is Taylor Swift, and I think we're gonna have a good time tonight, Washington!
Before I go on stage, I'm running through in my head everything that I need to know for that show, you know, like all the things about how many times I've been there before and how the crowd was before and all the things I need to say and make sure I mention this, make sure I mention that. I'm completely neurotic, so like before I go on stage, I'm completely zoned into figuring out what I'm going to do for the show.
To help Taylor's break into country music, her father transferred his job to an office in Nashville when she was 14, and the family relocated to a lakefront house in Tennessee, where Taylor attended high school. 2 years later, she transferred to Aaron Academy to better accommodate her touring schedule through homeschooling. She graduated high school a year early because of that.
My mom talks to me a lot about that because I think you kind of get set in how you feel when you're in school. Like, I could be sitting in the front row at an award show and I still don't feel like a cool kid.
Like to this day. And
like
you are the
ever.
cool kid now.
The tour DVD, like,
covers. I don't think white background. Country was always what I was in love with. I was just naturally drawn to it. I got my first country album when I was 6, and that was the first 𝗵𝗲𝗃𝗃 album.
Really? Okay. Was that blue?
It was blue,
Yeah.
and I was just absolutely in love with it and just really inspired by her and everything she did. And I think the moment came when I decided I wanted to be a country artist was when I was 8 years old and went to my first concert, which was the 𝗵𝗲𝗃𝗃 concert.
In Nashville, Taylor Swift started working with songwriter Liz Rose during 2-hour writing sessions every Tuesday afternoon after school. Later, she became the youngest artist signed by Sony or ATB Publishing House, but she left the group at the age of 14.
This is a song that I wrote, and it's on my new album, and I've just always sort of thought it would be really fun to sing this song with 𝗲𝗲 for something. You know, whether it would be some sort of concert event or something. I didn't know what, but we actually pitched it to the Grammys, and they were like, well, we're really into collaborations, and I was like, oh, 𝗲𝗲!
Yeah. So
Light bulb!
we were excited. We wanted to perform together no matter what. We were planning it before we even knew if we were going to get to perform or not. We were like,
She believed she was running out of time because she wanted to capture the early years of her life on an album while it still represented what she was going through.
Is your life at all normal?
No,
No.
not at all. And that's why when I go online and I go on Instagram and I see, you know, a post from Emma who lives in Philadelphia and she's talking about how her day was at school that day, that helps me.
At a showcase in Nashville's Bluebird Cafe in 2005, Swift caught the attention of Scott, a record executive who was preparing to form an independent record label, Big Machine Records.
We planned a trip to Nashville, and it was on spring break, and I was 11, and I had this little demo CD, karaoke CD, of me singing songs by Dolly Parton and the Dixie Chicks and Leanne Rimes, and marched up and down Music Row with these demo CDs, and would walk in and hand them to the receptionist while my mom and little brother were parked outside in a rental car.
Taylor Swift became the youngest person to be honored with the BMI Songwriter of the Year title in 2007. She won awards at CMAs, ACMS, and AMAs, while also securing a nomination for Best New Artist of the 50th Grammy Awards.
At first, it seemed really hard, and then I just realized that if I put my mind to something, then it was really mind over matter, and maybe my fingers weren't long enough or developed enough to play it, but I played it.
Wow.
And so, you know, it's really exciting to see that, you know, guitar teacher.
There you go.
That's kind of why. I mean, for me, I'm really competitive and I'm really stubborn, so if you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to go do it.
You're going to get it done, too. You're going to get it.
The Fearless Tour, Swift's first headlining concert tour, grossed over $63 million, with Taylor releasing a documentary of the tour that was aired on television and released on DVD.
I have a lot of celebrity crushes. I do. They kind of sort of change every couple weeks, but right now, 𝗵𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 from The Tudors is definitely my #1 celebrity crush. He's adorable.
During Fearless era, Taylor also wrote Today Was a Fairy Tale for the Valentine's Day movie soundtrack, which peaked at #2 in the US.
And so I went home and I started playing guitar for like 4 hours a day until my fingers were bleeding, and I started writing songs, you know, and that was really the reason why, you know, I guess I got noticed. I moved to Nashville when I was 13. My family like up and moved.
At the 54th Grammy Awards in 2012, Swift won Best Country Song and Best Country Solo Performance for Mean, which she performed during the ceremony in response to her much-criticized 2010 Grammy performance, serving as a testament to her abilities as a musician.
I didn't change anything.
you didn't. We
of
saw
my
it. It
show.
was great. Yeah.
You know, I had my banjo player go out there and play a solo. I was like, this is the only banjo you guys are going to hear all night. You know?
So give it up.
Red debuted at #1 in the US with a first-week sale of 1.2 million copies and was Swift's first #1 album in the UK. The Red Tour ran from March 2013 to June 14 and crossed over $150 million, becoming the highest-grossing country tour when it wrapped.
Frustration, sadness, regret, happiness, extreme joy, extreme pain, learning what it's like to go through life and be confused about certain things, knowing what it's like to meet people you wish you hadn't met, or not meet people that you wish you had met, or just everything.
Alright guys, so now is the time to reveal the answer to the question I asked you at the beginning of the video. So as you might have seen, that Taylor Swift revealed her celebrity crush is Henry Cavill. Now if you got this answer right, then you have been watching this video quite interestingly.
You know, being online and stuff like that, I didn't realize that we were excelling at it because it was just something that I was doing because I had a MySpace and it was my personal MySpace and I had my music up there and I didn't think anything of it that I had like 500,000 friends. And then people started writing all these articles about it like, leader of the MySpace generation. I'm like, hey, thank you.
Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you all really enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe to the Celebrity Expert and please do keep watching all of our new videos. Alright guys, we'll see you around next time with another brand new video. Till then, keep watching the Celebrity Expert. Bye guys.